What is a weird flex you're proud of? I can squeeze my butt cheeks so tight it cracks my tailbone like cracking your knuckles. So I, white woman, was a preschool teacher, and every morning my female students would want me to do their hair like Elsa. Braids. I had a black student. Let's call her Virtue. That saw this one day and would ask me to do hers like Elsa too. Virtue's hair was never up and always a bit of a mess. Well, I looked up tutorials and learned how to do a simple style on black, 4C hair. Virtue was so happy to have her hair up like the other girls. Her mom runs over to me after the second day of this and demands to know how on earth I got Virtue to sit still without her killing me. Apparently Virtue had sensory issues with her head being touched and would essentially start kicking and biting and screaming at anyone who touched it. Except me, apparently. She begged me to help with Virtue's hair again. So I, whitest girl in town, became her stylist. Her mom brought in all these products and I essentially demodded her hair over the course of an hour and would do it up. Virtue was totally chill the whole time. Eventually she grew out of the murder phase and her mom was able to do it herself again. But for a time, my weird flex was that this precious little girl only wanted me to do her hair. I wonder if she'll remember when she gets older how much we adults all cracked up about Miss Classic Does My Hair Right. At 62 I lost 400 pounds in 2½ YRS. I swam the gap between Sicily and mainland Italy. I just climbed the stairs from the ground level to floor 3, and I only got a little bit winded. I'm probably ready for this. Opening beer bottles with my belly button. I can resemble the moo of a cow rather accurately with my voice. I once won gold at the Games Workshop Golden Demon painting competition, in the 90s. Quit straight away and never entered again. Go out on top. Edit. Since people have been asking. Link. I'm a legally blind person, so I have residual vision. I can still walk around my apartment and find my stuff when there's a power outage using muscle memory. Edit. Had no idea it would blow up like this. I love the curious ones. I'd say that's really bad for your eyes, but I finished 3 chapsticks in a row without losing them. My YouTube account is blessed. I have not received an ad in over a decade, and I do not pay for premium. I don't use ad blockers, and I've tested it by adding my account to my friends' TVs and other devices. They get ads on their account, but I do not. Edit. Since this post is blowing up, I'll add something slightly NSFW. I also have full access to Pornhub Premium for free. At this point, I really do believe I've hacked the Matrix. This is a real thing. It's a statistical control to test things like how many viewers they lose due to ads. Then I have been chosen. Worry not, friends, for I shall make YouTube my most used app. I will show them that ads suck. My class was working on a short film together with professionals, and I was an editor. I got to work with the original editor of Lego Ninjago Season 1–3 on my class short film. This month I am going to be paying off my house. After 12 years of a 30-year mortgage. A zebra bit me in my left arm. Just be glad it didn't bite you in or around Z-bra region. I don't have boobs, so that is irrelevant. While drinking a glass of whiskey and smoking a cigarette, I accidentally dropped my phone and somehow caught it on the tip of my foot. No one was there to see it happen. I'm proud as hell of that 1 in a million catch. I have survived a murder attempt and a run-in with a literal serial killer. I've never lost the I love you more game. One of my favorite composers responded to an email I sent him asking for feedback on a cover I did of one of his tracks. It was a lengthy and insightful response, and it really did make the 6 months of working on it all worthwhile. Edit. For those asking, it was Chris Christodoulou's The Rain, formerly known as Purple, which you can check out my cover of here. Link. I can lose a remote that I had just searched for and found in under 30 seconds. I'm not an addict and my kid's 8 and has never been in foster care or involved with child protective services. I come from a long line of addicts and unruly white trash, and though I don't have a high-paying job, I do work and provide above and beyond what my parents ever did, without government aid. Also 9 years sober from hard drugs. I broke the cycle. You are all so kind. Thank you. I forget how far I had to go to make it where I am, and I only posted here because to me, it is a weird flex. I don't know anyone in my personal life that is living a reasonably normal life trying to be the best parent possible that flexes breaking their generational trauma cycle. When my daughter was 3 years old, I found out she wasn't biologically mine. I left her mom but took her to court. She just turned 9 and we split custody 50-50. We've been in this scenario for 6 years and counting. It's the best decision I've ever made as she's an amazing kiddo. She needed a dad. And I was already dad. So why wouldn't it be that way? I taught her how to swim, how to ride a bike, how to ice skate, to read. I've never missed a day with her. I've been to every single parent-teacher conference. I take her to all her doctor's appointments. Very few people in my life know about the biology issue. Because honestly it's not really a big deal and I don't advertise it. But I'm proud of myself. She's turning into a wonderful, confident, caring and competent young lady. And I don't think that would have been the case without me. When she looks at me it's obvious that her eyes don't look like mine. But all the parts of her that really matter. And the thoughts behind those eyes. Are because if me. When things are going to shit around me. Or I'm stressed or scared. I look at her and know for a fact I got this one thing right. And I'm proud of that. Even if I'll never be recognized for it or get any credit for what I've done. I'm proud. I was Time magazine's Person of the Year in 2006. I have always wanted to be a biologist ever since I remembered. All my friends wanted to be footballers, astronauts, or YouTubers, and eventually had to give up, change their dreams to something more realistic. I have only one exam left to get my bachelor's degree in biology this month, and I'll start a master's degree in biotech in September. Undefeated 7-8-year-old Little League baseball coach. Especially proud because I was given what they though was a castaway squad. Our tactics we non-conventional but we freaking crushed. Edit. For those asking about non-traditional tactics. Basically all plays are at first. We don't care if there is a runner on second, we are throwing the ball to first. Where we have our best catcher. We always were shifted away from third base to make the throw to first as easy as possible. You might get burned 1 to 2 times a game by a kid hitting it down the third baseline, but in general it was rare enough that defending third was a waste of a player. 95% of balls in play are going to be between shortstop and first because 7- and 8-year-olds are hitting for contact and do not know where they are going to hit it. So we packed those areas that give us the best chance for a play at first and went there every time. Also I found it benefited the team more to work with making our weaker players stronger and not focusing on our superstars. This allowed every kid to play more because your studs are going to be good no matter what and probably were getting extra work at home anyways. So I always focused on bringing the bottom players up to par with the rest of the squad, and I think that was ultimately the difference more than my janky defense. After 30 years of being a couch potato I started running in my 50s. 11 months later did a half marathon in a decent time for someone half my age. I made a leather shoe a few days ago. It's rather tiny but kinda cool and wearable for gnomes. Edit. Wow. So much attention, ha ha ha. I uploaded a picture on my profile. I'm 18 and not addicted to vaping. Edit. Happy to see some of y'all trying to quit. My cursive handwriting is beautiful. Like something that came out of an old legal document from the 19th century. I get compliments about it all the time even though many young people can't read it. Tears of joy. Literally, nobody cares. But it's certainly something I'm proud of, and I like it when people notice it. My mother had beautiful penmanship and actually worked as a calligraphist to make extra pocket money when she was in college, so I guess that's where I get it from. I can mimic the sounds of birds. Get all the birds in the area to start singing. And even get them to seek out the big bird. It's kind of funny to have them completely change their song when they realize I am not a bird. Almost screeching at me sometimes, especially cat birds. Edit. I really need to do a video, hopefully will be nice day soon and before Reddit explodes itself. So you catfish birds? I have a near perfect credit score. After not having one for some time.